Welcome to the Happy Nessa 1111 channel, where we are committed to happiness, connectedness, and being you, authentically and unapologetically.
Guys, so typically on Sundays, I'm uploading a video talking about empaths, intuition, psychic abilities. But honestly, I completely forgot to get ahead of the game. So this Sunday, I figured I'd pull out some of my footage from when I visited Cassadega, Florida, back in December of 2020. So at the time of recording, that was about a month ago. So yeah, Cassadega is known as the psychic capital of the world. And I only recently discovered them since moving to Florida, and specifically in the Eustis and Leesburg.
Turn right onto Cassadega Road.
So it was a really quick drive. Surprisingly, I only live about 45 minutes away from Cassadega. Didn't know that when we moved to the area, but I had a couple of people bring it to my attention. So a very quick and convenient drive for those of you who are not aware of the area. It is about 30 minutes west of Daytona Beach. And what else is it close to? I mean, I'm assuming, I think it's about an hour and 20 minutes. No, not assuming. I remember. I searched it when we were living in Orlando. It's about an hour and some change away from Orlando. So here is Hotel Cassadega, guys. And I've heard some stories about this hotel, but I really would rather do my own research and see what type of things I come across myself before just, throwing some random things in a video. So I will do that and upload another video about Cassadega, Florida, and Hotel Cassadega specifically. People have said they've had some experiences there with the spiritual realm, as I have in general in my day-to-day life. So this is why I believe in these things, not just because of what other people say, but just because of my personal experience. So if you are interested in visiting quaint, and old-fashioned towns that haven't changed much since their establishment, this is the town you'd want to visit, even if you don't believe in all the spiritual psychic stuff. I can't remember the year they were established. Again, I'll do another video and do some more research. But since being established, they haven't changed much, so it's definitely a pretty unique town to visit. And I love the little cute street names, things that are definitely distinct and unique to Cassadega, such as Seance and Metaphysical Street, And now we're going to look at the Andrew Jackson Building. This is the main area where they do most of their educational things that you can see, where they're teaching people how to have a more positive experience and perception of the spirit realm, because a lot of people associate psychic abilities and different things with dark energy or negative things, and that's just because you have a choice. When you are having a spiritual path, and when you are choosing to tap into your intuition, there's positive and there's negative. That goes to show with anything in life, right? Lots of different professions, lots of different things you can do in life, and there's positive and negative to either. And so I definitely on this channel want to open people's mind up to the positive side of your intuition, right? So here is a look inside the metaphysical store. They have lots of awesome stuff like jewelry and different animal totems, and different things that just inspire your spiritual path, different cards and books, and lots of different educational resources inside the metaphysical store. Metaphysical, for those of you who do not know, is a word that means beyond the physical, because people like me who have experiences with the spiritual realm and psychic abilities know that there is more than what lies in front of the eyes. So they have lots of things posted inside the store of how you can get connected. It's definitely a community of positivity. Again, community of positivity. A lot of the things we'll notice will highlight some of the negative things or make it seem like it's a really dark town, and it's not. Now, then again, look at this. Some people might believe that a seance is connecting to darkness, and hey, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but do some research, right? Do some research about different religious paths, because this is a spiritualist community, so they do believe in a specific religion. It is a religious community, and they do believe in connecting with spirits for the positive experience of knowing that you are not your body, that you are a soul, and that you are infinite and you are beyond your body. That's why these people do things such as a seance. It's not to awaken the darkness. Now, you might find another community where, hey, they are connecting with the dark for dark reasons, and that's not this community. So here's some more footage. This is on my cell phone, so a little bit more blurry. Where, like I said, the books, the decorative things, the inspirational things, lots of crystals. And I definitely have a story to share with you later in the video about the crystal that I chose which is so awesome. It's definitely going to connect into psychic abilities. And I'm going to challenge some of you who want to see if you can have a little psychic moment. I'm going to challenge you towards the end of the video to do something to see if you can tap into the psychic realm. And if you choose to do that, what I want you to do is quiet your mind and do a little meditation. Quiet your mind and just get quiet and say a prayer before you do it if you choose to take on the psychic challenge. But yeah, here's all their pamphlets and just tons of ways to get connected and to see what's going on. This is a room that's right beyond the store. So Nevaeh was with me. Actually, it was just me and Nevaeh, baby Nova. How amazing is it that she's the first baby to go with me to see a psychic? That said something about her personality, I'm sure. But yeah, that's the board. So you can plan your visit in advance and, you know, get the top-notch psychic medium that you want, or you can just pop up and see who's available that day, and that's what I did. And as soon as I sat down to look at the board, you know, they had written down the lady's name, and I figured she was for me. And let me clarify. So psychic people are people who can perceive information from the past, present, and future. And mediums are people that can connect with the spiritual realm. So just so you know, some people are psychic, some people are mediums, some people are psychic mediums. They are both. I personally have both abilities, but I can't say I'm ready, you know, so I've been somewhat avoiding them or just gently nudging my way to embracing my gifts, because as a kid I wasn't taught much, and so it was scary, whereas now I know it's my angels and it's my passed over loved ones who are actually my angels as well, protecting me, who have messages, you know, messages that help people heal. And that's why this is such a positive thing. I don't want people to feel that these things are negative, and some of your religions might say they're negative, but you got to do your own research and come to your conclusions for yourself. Nevaeh, that's her in the background. I'm not sure if you can hear her screaming in the background. She's probably saying hey, since I mentioned her. But yeah, this is, like I said, the room that is just beyond the main store area, where they have all the psychics listed and the mediums listed, different things that are going on in the community, ways to get connected, ways to be supported on your spiritual path. And like I said, for me, it's a close drive, but whenever you're in Florida, most people are visiting some of these main areas like Daytona Beach, Clearwater, and St. Pete, I think are maybe 2 to 3 hours away, so not that far. Orlando, like I said, about an hour to an hour and a half. Disney is about the same, you know, so when you're in the area, in Florida, you know, this Cassadega community spiritualist camp is not going to be that far if you're interested in enhancing your spiritual path. So here is Miss Baby Nevaeh Nova and I arriving at my psychic appointment. And she was awesome. She read my mind. I talked and prayed about things that I wanted to bring up, and literally she brought up all of them. She was amazing. I'm going to connect with her first to see if she wants her information in the description box. I'll reach out to her first and see what she wants. But yeah, this was right around the corner from the Andrew Jackson building. They have lots of little psychics who work out of their home. Such a convenient way, I'm sure, for them to have a simple lifestyle. And what I'm going to do when we get to this next picture is I'm going to talk about my psychic experience and what I bought in the store and how it connected to this psychic. So guys, let me tell you. So this is a rose quartz, and I've been to metaphysical stores tons and tons of times, and I've always been drawn to different crystals. And well, I won't say tons. I've been to metaphysical stores 5 or 6 times. And this time in particular, though, it's the only time I was drawn to rose quartz. It's a pink crystal. And I want to tell y'all what is so amazing about psychic abilities, and once you start to challenge yourself, because it's amazing when you realize that these are gifts that are pretty natural to most of us, and some of us just haven't come to us easily, right? You know, but on this channel, I teach and preach that all of us can tap into our intuition. So anyways, when I was in the store, the metaphysical store, guys, I was drawn to this rose quartz. And when I went to see my psychic lady, the one that I chose out of all the psychics in town, she had me think of pink. She said, please, before we start our session, I want you to envision the color pink inside of you. This is my way of connecting with love and light. And then she pulled out a big rose quartz and sat it in the middle of the table before we did our session. That is called a psychic moment, guys. These things happen to you, I'm sure, in other ways, in subtle ways, where you're drawn to something you don't know why, and then minutes or moments or days later, you're like, wow, I've never been drawn to this before, and here it is right in front of my face. So that's my little rose quartz that I purchased from the store for like $6, and I thought it was amazing that I was drawn to that rose quartz about probably 30 minutes before meeting with her. And what I'll say quickly, because I'll do a completely separate video of my experience with her, but very quickly, a couple of things that happened. One, I wanted her to bring up my kids. I've met with psychics maybe 3 or 4 times. None of them talked about my kids in detail. Let me tell you, this lady knew everything about all the kids in detail. She knew their personalities. Nova, she didn't say too much about her with her being recently born. She gave me some insight to her personality and how she'll, develop. But again, that's the future, so I can't confirm that. But as far as her reading Jada, London, Talon, and maybe Nova, the older 3, she was awesome. And she didn't tap into my stepdaughter Harmony, but maybe next time that will happen. So guys, I definitely encourage you to open your mind about psychic abilities and intuition. It's not darkness. There's some people who practice dark energy when it comes to psychic abilities, but most of us are really wanting to help people heal and to be happy and healthy, which is all what we are committed to on this channel. So lastly, look up their website. You can look them up. And here is, oh, I forgot to do the psychic challenge. You know what? Okay, that's next time. Next time, we're going to have a psychic challenge where you're going to try to guess what I'm going to talk about at the end of the video in the beginning. And you're going to see that you are psychic. We all are.